Hi everyone and welcome back to the Bodcast. This is episode 53 and I'm here and Ian is also here.
Hello.
So this might be a shorter podcast because we're both very tired. Why are we tired, Ian?
I don't know.
What were we doing?
I blame Lego.
Yes, I think I blame Lego as well. So we were up late.
I mean, I also blame you.
Shush, we'll get to that. We were both up late because we were trying to order the Forestman gift with purchase. So midnight came and we couldn't get it to add into our basket. 1 o'clock came and I gave up and just ordered it anyway and hoped for the best. Forgot to tell that to you. You were upstairs at the time, so you then came down and waited up till 3 trying to get it into your basket.
I think at 1:30 I came down. I was up in the Lego room. My phone died. I came down, loaded up my laptop, added some stuff into the basket, and it was there. It said you qualified for it, it's added in. But obviously that's not where we wanted to buy it from because you were logged in on your laptop with the cashback system that we've got. So we needed to make it through there.
Yeah.
So I came in, I added everything into the basket and it didn't add it. And it was, you still qualify for the Aston Martin one, and that was it. I then spent ages messing around refreshing, I then, by this point I charged my phone up, so I turned my phone on, it still wasn't working on there. I then opened up a private browsing window on my phone and did it, and it added it into the basket. So I then closed the browser down completely on my phone, loaded it up again, added it, and it turned up. But I couldn't do that with your laptop because I don't know your login details. So I eventually gave up
And went to bed.
and
Even though I'd already placed the order at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I just forgot. Because I was so tired and fed up of being up that late. Because I didn't want to be up at 1 o'clock in the morning. But I was only up till 1 o'clock because, and this brings us to our topic of this podcast, I didn't trust Lego to fulfill the gift with purchase unless it was showing up in my basket.
Yeah.
Previously, I probably would have taken a risk and gone, well, I'll order it and I'll contact them in the morning and they'll say, oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
And I no longer trust that that's the case. And there seems to be a lot of talk recently about Lego not being as trustworthy as they were before. Like, are they scamming us? I've seen video upon video of, is Lego scamming us?
Well, yeah, that's just clickbait though.
Yeah, well, there is that. But people suddenly feel like Lego is tricking them constantly.
Yeah.
And I think there's a breakdown of a relationship going on. Do you not think?
So you say that, I was looking at the announcement they made about the price increases.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in there that implies that they're tricking us. They said that prices, supply chain prices, the raw material prices have been going up. They've been absorbing that. And now they want us to pay it.
Yeah.
They didn't say they couldn't pay it because they've been posting profits that are ridiculous.
Yeah.
They could carry on absorbing it, but the statement said they don't want to anymore. So they're being quite honest about it.
You say we don't want to, or it says
It's something along, we've decided to pass that on to the customer now.
fair enough.
They made that decision. They went, we think we can get away with charging more and making more profit, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah, but they didn't quite say it like that, did they?
Did not say it like that.
I think the price increases has definitely left a sour taste for a lot of Lego fans. And all the fiascos we've had with, like, the Ulysses probe and things, that's where the trust has gone.
Yeah.
You don't believe that you can order something and get it unless you can literally see it on your receipt.
Well, we had that. We ordered stuff, it was on the receipt, it didn't turn up.
That's true. That was the Year of the Tiger stuff, wasn't it?
And then we contacted them and they went, oh, it's sold out, we can't do anything.
Yeah, and then it was magically available again.
Yeah.
As if by magic. So again, the fact that, one, it wasn't on our receipt, you lose a bit of trust. 2, they say they don't have it, and then they do have it. There's a bit more trust. There's constant issues. Is their communication worse than our communication? Me not telling you that I'd ordered it?
I don't know.
No.
What we see at the moment is a lot of people talking about this gift with purchase and going, why are they doing it now? Why aren't they doing it with the castle?
Yes, that's the trick that I was going to get to. You're right.
And I think it makes perfect sense why they're doing it now and not with the castle.
Because
they know a lot of people want the castle.
Yeah.
They want people to spend money now and then buy the castle.
I think people have got this view that Lego is meant to be their best friend and everything is meant to be in their interests. And I don't think that's true.
No, it's not at all.
It's a company who like to make money.
They like to make obscene amounts of money.
And they would maximise... What do you mean by obscene amounts of money? Should there be a ceiling on how much money someone can make?
Yeah.
You think there should be?
Yeah.
So once you're turning over so many
millions, then yeah.
Then you should stop making profit.
Yeah.
And do what with it?
I don't know. Could all just go straight into tax at that point.
Is that a good thing? It's a good thing for everyone else.
Yeah.
What's the incentive then to do better?
To keep making the profit.
So you're only allowed to make so much profit, and that's it. What if you're working really hard and you're increasing how hard you're working, but you're getting no benefit from it? That seems a bit rubbish.
That's what happens every day with a lot of workers.
Yeah.
People who are paid by the hour, they work harder, they're still getting paid the same.
Yeah.
They work harder in hope of getting a pay rise, and then people go, no pay rises.
Yeah.
Nurses worked through the pandemic with people clapping every Thursday in the streets, and then got was it a pay cut in real terms?
Probably.
So the idea that billionaires should be rewarded for working harder.
I mean, the thing is, it's not even the billionaire that's working hard, is it?
No.
They just sit.
Yeah.
Well, I assume. But it's not just Lego.
No.
There's billions of billionaires. Is there billions of billionaires?
No.
Is there like 3?
Thousands?
There's only thousands of billionaires.
Can't remember.
So if every billionaire, if there's 1,000 billionaires, if every one of those gave some of their money to someone else, how many millionaires could you make? What's a billion? A million.
No, it's 1,000 million.
1,000 million.
So if each billionaire divided their money and gave $1 million to everyone, then you'd have another million millionaires at least.
How many people on the planet?
About 8
billion.
8 billion, maybe 7, somewhere in that range.
So it's still a lot of people that wouldn't be millionaires.
Yeah.
But there'd be more millionaires.
Yeah.
And then would everyone be happier?
I don't know.
You were making a point, and I complained about the choice of obscene. That's what I was getting at.
Okay.
What was your point? I can't remember.
That Lego like to make an obscene amount of money.
But everyone likes to make an obscene amount of money. Would you not like to make an obscene amount of money?
No.
No? What would you like to do?
I don't know.
Make enough money to do the things you want.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what Lego want as well. They want enough money to do the things they want, which include sustainability and...
But they're making obscene amounts of money after that. They could take some of that obscene amount of money and invest it back in more.
So you don't think they're doing that? You think they just... Are they like Scrooge?
The figures we are given is pure profit after everything else has been taken out.
So they're like Scrooge McDucking,
yeah.
and just sitting there going, woo!
Yeah.
I always thought that looked really painful.
So I think it's something like, was it 13 million that they made in profit, but then in post-operating profits it was about 1 million and something. So, and that is the number which is the money that they are giving to the owners.
Right. I quite like $1 million a year. That sounds good to me.
It'd be really hard to spend £1 million in a year.
Oh, there's a film about that. That wasn't even a year, was it? What was that?
I can't remember. Might have been a month.
Brewster's Millions?
Yeah, Brewster's Millions.
You missed my comment about Scrooge McDuck.
I know.
It's sad.
Sorry.
Do you think you could jump into a pile of coins and it not hurt?
I have no idea.
We shouldn't podcast on an evening when I'm tired. This is a side effect of it. Huh?
Things do get a bit weird.
Yeah. So, we've touched on the price increases and how they're obscene, but we have to lump them.
You don't have to lump them.
We could choose not to buy Lego, but we're still going to buy Lego. We've actually touched on the fact that they weren't dishonest in that, or they weren't tricking us in that communication.
No. There has been some slight weirdness. I think, so we've not seen it, but I think on the LAN forums, they said that the price increases were mainly going to be on adult sets. And then they increased some Duplo sets.
Yeah, Duplo and the Speed Champions, like the lower priced ones.
Yeah.
Which seems wrong.
But I think maybe that's because so many people are buying Duplo. They've gone, lots of adults are buying Duplo, therefore we can class it as an adult thing.
Are adults buying Duplo?
Have you not seen how many people who've done Brit calls and they've accidentally bought Duplo animals?
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional though.
Yeah, but that's not how Lego see it. Lego go, look, adults buying Duplo.
Now, how do they know that they're buying them for themselves? Surely
adults
are the ones purchasing pretty much the majority of the Lego.
Well, yeah.
So, because we have money, or some of us do. See the previous point about all the billionaires.
Yeah, but as I say, that is a comment that I've not seen the actual statement anywhere, so it's hard to know exactly what Lego said and what people are reading into it.
So, with last night's gift with purchase, once I placed the order, I went back in and checked my order and I could see the Forestman gift for purchase there. But I wasn't willing to place that order until I saw someone else had done that.
Right.
So, like on Brixit in the comments, someone said, I did this, and it seemed to show up. And then with the Bricklink Designer Programme as well, we ordered 4 sets, one of which didn't make it through.
Yeah.
And the anxiety that's gone with worrying that they will cancel that entire order and not just the one line item has been quite a lot for me. I've been like, oh my God, I'm going to lose that whole thing.
Has that all been sorted?
Today, they cancelled the one line item, but the email says, your order has been cancelled, which didn't help the anxiety. Yes. Then the text went to say, like, one of the items didn't.
Yeah.
But if you go in, it still shows the previous price. So the 3 items now in the order don't add up to the order total. So again, do I trust them? I've got a bit cynical, I feel.
So there's 2 elements of the trust, isn't there? There's the one is what they're telling you honest, and the second part is, are they capable of doing what they're saying?
Yeah, are they competent?
And quite a lot of the time, we've seen that they're incompetent.
Yeah. The more I get into Lego, the more I get sad about Lego itself and the company and what appears to be their values not being their values anymore.
Yeah.
So certainly with the increasing prices on children's sets and pricing the poorest families out of a toy that's meant to be for everyone.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be a really odd thing to see. So, like, some people have talked about the fact that, some people aren't going to know that prices have gone up. They will buy their kids a set at Christmas. They will know how much money they've got. They'll buy a set that costs that much.
Yeah, so they're just
give
going
it
to
to
get
their
less
kid,
for
and
it.
then the next year they'll do the same thing. But what will actually happen is they'll do that, and then the kid will build a small set, and it won't keep them occupied for long enough. And so the next Christmas, they might shy away from Lego because it doesn't hold their interest anymore.
Yeah.
So
they're not realising that they're just buying a smaller set each time.
Yeah. But, that's an effect that we'll see 18 months after the price increases.
Yeah. People have been talking about how the point of Lego is that each Lego set can join up with another Lego set. It's not about the instructions.
Yeah, but if you only buy one set for your kid at Christmas...
So once they finish constructing it, they then go add it to the pile and build their own stuff.
Assuming that they have a large pile.
Well, depends how old they are. If they're getting a Lego set every year.
And if each year the sets are getting smaller and smaller, they're adding less to that pile each year.
So do you trust Lego?
No.
And which kind of trust do you not have?
I don't trust that they're capable of doing what they say they want to do.
So you think they're incompetent?
I think they're mainly incompetent. Yeah, they are obviously, as we said, trying to make profit, and they will always phrase things in the best way that they can. So, like, there was the whole M&R's conspiracy theory.
What was M&R's conspiracy theory?
So a lot of people used to say that Lego couldn't do Star Wars minifigs. It's like May the 4th promotions and other stuff because Hasbro had the action figure exclusive license for Star Wars. And so M&R's point of view of it was that they did things which showed that they did minifigures and then changed stuff. And so, for example, they did the key rings and you used to be able to take them apart.
Right.
But then they used the licensing excuse to have them as glued figures. And the argument was that actually they did that to save money because gluing them together means that they lose less pieces on the factory floor and stuff like that.
Right.
And so some of the conspiracy theory doesn't hold up. But what we know is that Lego didn't have a license to do minifigs. They had a license to do construction toys.
Yeah.
And in the US, particularly, a construction toy has to include a build. It can't just be a figure, because otherwise all of Games Workshop would be counted as construction toys, which doesn't make sense.
So Games Workshop, you mean like the Warhammer toys?
Yeah, because you attach those pieces together and they have interchangeable arms and stuff. Mm-hmm. So if a minifigure counted as a construction toy, then so would any Warhammer character.
Right.
The thing where it might be slightly dodgy is that Lego let people believe they didn't have a minifigure license because Hasbro had the exclusive action figure license. That wasn't true. But Lego never said that. They just let people believe it.
So that's like losing trust by omitting to correct things.
Yeah.
That's perfectly reasonable. Like, you not just pretend you never heard anyone say it and that. I didn't correct them because I didn't know they were saying it.
Yeah, but obviously it was something that a lot of people said, and Lego will have seen it and will have ignored it and never corrected anyone on it.
They might not have seen it. You have to look for the good in everyone, Ian.
So when you've got stories like that, it damages the idea that they are your friends, that they are doing this to make the world a better place rather than they're doing it to make money.
Surely they've got more than one goal. It's not just to make money. They are trying to be a nice company at times. You look at the things that they want to do.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, what do they do? I feel like they do stuff.
They do lots of stuff. They need to make money.
What, so when they donate money to, like, emergency funds?
Yep.
How does that make them money?
Because they publicise it.
Ah, so if they gave out money and said nothing about it, that would be better. What they're doing is saying, look how good we are, now buy our product.
Yeah.
Oh man, I totally got tricked by them. I don't trust them anymore.
But take something like the Everyone is Awesome set.
Everyone is a star.
Now you can say that was a good thing, it helped with Pride, it helped spread the message. What it did is it got lots of people talking about Lego in the countries where Lego wanted people talking about them.
Yeah.
In the Middle East, Lego said nothing.
Yeah.
In Poland, Lego said nothing. They just went, no, we'll focus on the Western countries where there's so much more freedom of expression when it comes to sexuality and gender. So it's almost like...
They had no agenda with the set other than to make places that are already on that journey talk about them.
Yeah.
They're not pushing their message. They're just going, look, we're talking about the right things. Yeah, I see your point.
It's like, Lego didn't do this, but a lot of companies, they will kind of do the Pride flag over their logo or something for Pride Month, but only in the countries where that would be considered a good thing.
You can't pick and choose.
No,
you
but
either
they do.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I don't notice these things. I feel like it's very easy to not know that. Do you have to check the ethics of every company you ever engage with? It seems exhausting.
I think most of the times you just assume that a company is
unethical,
mildly evil.
Mildly evil, okay.
But when it comes to Lego, people have grown up with it, and when they're a kid, you don't think of companies as mildly evil. You think of them as good.
You don't think of Lego as a company, you think of it as a toy.
Yes.
So it's completely different.
But you've got that, everything was good when we were children, so therefore it must be a good company. And so then when you find out that it has some of these evil traits that all the other companies that you deal with have.
It kind of rocks your world a bit more than it would have. And then you're like, I don't know who to trust anymore.
Like finding out that Apple builds in obsolescence into their products to force you to buy new ones, that's not all that surprising. You go, we expect them to be a little bit evil because their job is to make money. But you just don't get that same
with Lego
common sense approach to Lego.
Yeah. You think Lego is amazing. I love playing with Lego, therefore the company should be amazing too.
Yeah.
But it's just a company of evilness, like everyone else. We're never getting into that. Just so you know. It's a company of evilness.
They won't pay any attention to this. Not a company of evilness, just mildly evil.
Like all the other companies. And we hate it more because we love Lego toys.
Yeah.
And we think they should be beyond that because they're a toy.
It's because we have an emotional attachment to the company rather than a logical attachment.
Oh, logic. Right. Okay. So people do seem to be trusting them less, but they probably should be trusting everyone less. Trust no one. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Spend your money wisely. Wash your hands. What other things? I'm just doing all the public safety announcement type things.
Yeah.
And don't lick cold swings. That was a random one to add.
That was, yeah.
I was like, what should I say? Don't lick. And I was like,
Ski lifts is a common one.
Because they're like cold swings.
Yeah.
Right. Moving on. So let us know in the comments if you feel like you trust Lego less.
Or if you lick cold swings.
Also, if you say Lego-less, it sounds like Legolas. And now I'm all about Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Oh dear. This has been a fun one. Right.
Your Isengard.
Stop. We're taking the hobbits to Isengard, to Isengard, to Isengard. I hate you. Also, let us know if you managed to pick up the Forestman gift with purchase. or whether you missed out, or whether the whole process confused you or bewildered you like it may have for us. Also, would you like us to do more very tired podcasts? And we will be back next week. Hopefully we're on more sleep and slightly less random, with a new episode on whatever topic we feel like talking about.
Yep.
Because that's what we do. Have a good week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.